Facebook, Instagram, and live on my YouTube tonight too. Awesome. So yeah, sorry, I'm by myself tonight getting everything started here because we went to feed everybody, and our normal routine is feeding them around 7, and usually I jump on the lives around 7:30 afterwards. And we went to feed our foster kitty Siri tonight, and she had vomited all over her room. So poor Kelly is in there cleaning her in her room and vomit right now while I talk to you guys. So I definitely got the more fun end of that bargain for sure. Hey guys, come on. Do you want to come say hi? Come here, Bailey, up. I got all my kids in here with me too, actually. They want to come say hi. Yeah, there's Bailey Face. Good girl. She only knocked down one of my lighting once so far, so we'll see what else she does. Ariel, come here. Come here, Ariel. Ariel, come here. Ariel. No. I don't know. Ariel's standing by the door looking worried. She's camera shy tonight. Oh man. And Stubbin's wearing his little vest. How cute is this? Oh, so anyway, for those of you who don't know me and have never been on yet, let me introduce myself. I'm PetCoachApril. April, obviously. I am a certified pet nutritionist and pet herbalist and creator and founder of renewedpet.com, our holistic pet care store where we have all natural grooming products and health products for pets. So anyway, I come on every Friday night to review our pet tip of the week. And then on Sundays, we do live grooming videos with our grooming products to show you guys how to use them and different products that you can use for your pets. We have products for hairless pets and pets with fur. So, yeah, and I've been kind of like debating on sticking with the regular lives. I was like, I don't know, everybody's just so into the Corona world right now and everything going on with that. You trying to tear my shirt off again? He did that to me in one of my videos, totally stuck his paw down my shirt like that. And so I did the whole video and did not realize that he had his paw all the way down in my bra showing all of my cleavage. It was pretty funny when I realized that after. So now I'm always checking his paws. Right, bud? Yeah. But anyway, I was like, well, you know, we need to all think and talk about something other than the coronavirus. So what better than our pets, right? I sure know I need to get my mind off of it. And yeah, it's been a challenge for sure. So this is good distraction. I think, you know, I saw something online about bad time to have allergies right now, you know, because if you feel a sneeze or a cough or anything, you're like, oh goodness. And those of you who personally know me and have been following me for a while, you know that I actually have a chronic illness and I'm immune compromised very badly. I've actually suffered all kinds of nasty infections like spinal meningitis and shingles and chronic bronchitis and pneumonia and just all a number of things. I've had chronic Lyme disease, and so I have really suffered through infections. So it's kind of strange. On one hand, it's like I just actually got sick last week with a flare of my normal flare stuff. And so, you know, it was a little more concerning than it usually is though, because the symptoms were coming on and it's like, uh-oh, is this my normal flare or is this corona? You know, but at the same time, I oddly kind of feel like I get a chance to be a little bit more at peace of mind with it all than the average person because I have lived through so many infections. I mean, I was born immune compromised. I've been sick ever since a child. So it's just kind of like, you know, I'm used to it. And I guess I've learned through the years too the power of the human body to heal, because when you get as many infections as I do, you know, my doctors just watch my symptoms, you know, very rarely, unless I actually get fluid in my lungs and pneumonia, very rarely do we do anything. Do we give me anything? You know, it's just a matter of letting the body do its job. And it's amazing. I've literally suffered probably no less than 2,000 infections in my life, and my immune system always does its job. So at the same time, it kind of gives me a sense of peace around it, I think. Why are you so cranky? Everybody just wants to see you and how cute you are. Now he's purring. He's such a weirdo. You're meowing to get away and you're purring. But anyway, maybe he's telling me just to get into it. So let's get into it. So pet tip this week, and please feel free to ask any questions as you want while we go along. Pet tip this week is, I'm in the series of all about litter boxes, and this week is the best and worst places to put your litter box. And I posted on our social media this week, actually another little video showing you some spots and some photos in our house of good spots for your litter box and bad spots for your litter box. So with our cat, we actually have one in a corner of our downstairs living room, which is not typically what I would recommend, but our house is quiet. It's just myself and my partner Kelly and the two dogs and the king of the house, Mr. Stubby. So that's a good spot for him. Plus his is built into a cabinet. One thing we did do when we got our puppy Bailey is we bought some cat stairs that we slide it in front of his cabinet so that the dog can't bother him at all when he is in the litter box, even though it's tucked inside the cabinet before she was kind of sniffing around and stuff. And, you know, we just don't want him bothered. And then his second one is upstairs in our hallway here right outside this room, which is very quiet. This is just our spare room. And then our master bedroom and master bedroom and guest room is the only other rooms up here. So it's another super quiet spot. So those are good spots in our house. That works. Some other good spots that I recommend is a guest bathroom usually is one of the best places for most people. You can even use your own bathroom as long as it's not a shared bathroom with young kids that are going to be running in and out and very loud. A guest bedroom works really well too. You know, as long as when guests are going to be there, it's still going to be an option for your cat, or you have a second box in another location. Some people, I know a garage works okay if they only use like the internal door for their garage instead of, you know, opening and closing the big external garage door that's loud is not a good idea. Number one, your cat could be in the garage and run out and escape when you open the door and you don't know. And number two, the loud noise of those garage doors are always so loud. I know mine is like ridiculous. So that could scare your cat if they're in the litter box, using the litter box at the time you open the door. So, and the point being, you're hearing the recurrent theme is that the biggest thing we want is we want their bathroom to be super quiet for them, undisturbed, somewhere where there is no loud noises. Dogs in the home can't come and bother them, and young children can't come and bother them. So, you know, I know it's going to be different in all homes what works for you, but those are the main key things that you need to pay attention to. And I know a lot of people that have placed their litter box in a mudroom area or near a washer and dryer. And this is a big one that I really wanted to highlight in this weekly tip, that this is not a good idea at all, because unfortunately I've had so many people come to me and their cats start not using the litter box. And one of the first things I ask them is where their litter box is placed, how many litter boxes they have, because if you have, the rule of thumb I went over last week was if you have one cat, you need 2 litter boxes, 2 cats, you need 3 litter boxes, 3 cats, you need 4 litter boxes. You always need 1 additional box than you have cat. That is the rule that helps keep them happy and keeps them using the litter box, which is the whole point of this entire series, is keep them using the litter box, because cats not using the litter box and peeing and pooping in our homes is the number one reason they are given away, neglected, abused, let outside, abandoned, left behind. You know, a whole world of trouble happens because it's, you know, nobody wants that. It's very stressful when that happens, and it's really, really hard to retrain your cats to use the litter box correctly once they start going in your house. I do it all the time, but it is a frustrating, long process. Sometimes can take months. So the better way, like most things in life, is to prevent it. So that's what we're talking about, is ways to prevent it. So back to the washer and dryer. Unfortunately, many times I find out that the litter box is next to the washer and dryer, and the problem there is maybe it's even been there for a couple of years, but that one time that your cat's in there going to the bathroom, and cats feel most vulnerable. You got to realize the 2 times in a cat's day when they feel the most vulnerable are when they're going to the bathroom and when they're eating. Because in the wild, these are moments in time where they are vulnerable in the wild. Their instincts tell them that when they're sitting there eating and when they're sitting there going to the bathroom, they could get attacked by something, because they are in a vulnerable place. They're stuck in one position. They're not aware of, not able to be as aware to react and aware of their surroundings. So your cat's sitting there vulnerable in its litter box going to the bathroom, and what if all of a sudden your washer gets off balance in its cycle and starts doing the classic boom, 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 and moving 2 feet across your floor? Well, that's all it takes. And I've literally had pet clients that I'm working with say, yeah, I can remember last week our washer went off and I found it moved, and I think maybe that's what happened, and maybe it scared the cat. Well, okay, he's done. So yeah, big real possibility that could happen, and that does happen. And unfortunately, it only takes that one time, and then they're done. Then they're scared of that litter box. They're scared of that area. And then if you don't have a second litter box in your home, boom, they start going to the bathroom in your house. So big no on that, even though it's so common. So that's why I wanted to do this series. Well, do this part of the series. And another part, I'm actually going to do a whole nother section on this, but along that same line, this is the reason a lot of people ask me why I don't recommend electronic litter boxes like the Litter Genie and the Litter Robot, is because the same thing. Now, typically, if you have only one cat, those things would be okay. Hopefully, I still personally would worry about it, but certainly with 2 cats, then it's a huge worry for me. And again, many times over, I've seen their cats start having issues using the litter box properly when they have an automatic litter box and they adopt a second cat or a third cat, because what can happen, the problem that can happen is that one cat goes in there, goes to the bathroom, the automatic box starts in its cycle when the other cat just also needs to come use the bathroom. And I've also noticed this, another huge problem with the electronic ones. Now I'm digressing. Like I said, it's going to be a whole nother section of the series, but most people that get electronic boxes don't spring for 2 or 3. They don't get the correct number of boxes, one more box than you have cats. So that in of itself can be a big problem. And sometimes cat number 2 needs to go in and go number 2, and the automatic box has already started its cycle from the first cat going in. And so now your cat is freaked out. What the heck is this? What is this noise in my litter box? The bottom line is the noise. So we just need quiet, undisturbed areas for their litter box. One last tip, and I'll wrap it up. And again, if anybody has any questions, just drop them in the comments before I go. But one last tip that I have for you guys, even with our cat Stubborn and our dog, even though he grew up with her as a puppy, she came in as a puppy, which usually, makes things go a lot easier when establishing a new pet in a home. And he's never nervous about her, afraid of her or anything. But we noticed when he was using his litter box cabinet upstairs, she started thinking and acting like it was a game. When he would go in his cabinet, he goes in his little hole and he goes up and he does his business. And then she would be waiting down on the floor outside of the cabinet for when he comes back out of his hole, and then chase after him and get him to run so she could chase him. And so we started to watch this and see this happen. And we were like, oh no, this can be a source of disturbance for him. Maybe sometimes he's okay with it, but maybe not. That's, that can be a source of stress for the cat when they're in their litter box, knowing as soon as they come out that one of the other animals is going to chase them. So what we did is we installed one of those baby gates where we have the opening we can walk through, and it's at the top of our stairs. I wish I could show you, but I can't move all these cameras. It's at the top of our stairs with the little open latch so we can walk through whenever we come up and down the stairs. And then it just has a little door, a little pet door inside it too. And we just took that door part off. So it's a little square inside the baby gate. So Stubborn can get through the gate and get to his litter box upstairs. But our dog, being her 50 pounds, cannot. Now our other little dog can, Ariel can, but Ariel's not the problem. Ariel doesn't ever follow him upstairs or wasn't bugging him at all. So anyway, that's just another thing that, even in our house, as careful as I am, that we noticed happening and we addressed it with that gate. Worked perfect. Now that Bailey can't get to him as soon as he's coming out of his litter cabinet area, she doesn't even bother anymore. She doesn't even bother following him up the stairs at all. So he gets total peace when he uses the box up there. So, and that's a cheap thing you can do. Those gates are like $20. So anyway, lots of options, and hopefully I just got you thinking in your mind, just take a few minutes, reassess where your cat's litter box is. Is it in an area that works best for them, most quiet, undisturbed? Sometimes, unfortunately, that's not the most convenient place for us for their litter box to be, but if it's the most convenient place for them and it stops them from ever peeing on your floors or your couch or your bed, then it probably really is convenient after all. So anyway, all right. I hope everybody is safe and well out there. Truly, let's all just take a breath. We'll be okay. Let's just hug our babies and love on them, and good things are to come. So I will see you guys on Sunday. What are we doing Sunday? We are doing sunscreen. We're doing pet sunscreen application on my mom's cat, Apple. She's coming to visit again, so that'll be fun. And I'll show you guys also how to put it on your pets with fur. Like their nose is a common place that gets sunburned and skin cancer in even furry pets. So we're going to do that Sunday night. And that's it. I will see you guys then. And I'm going to start ending all of my feet one at a time because I'm by myself here, like I said.